I'm Tia Brown, and this is Bossip.com's Word on the Street. We've all been looking at pictures of Halle Berry chastising her young daughter Nala for having a public tantrum. So the question is, what would you do if your 2 or 3-year-old was acting out in public? Find out what people have to say.
Beat them.
That's a hard question.
I think scolding them right on the spot is the way to go.
Why do you think that's most effective?
Because they'll forget that it never happened when they get home.
Obviously something they want to gain attention. They want to do something the right way, you know. Mom, I want to get this prize. I want to get it. And they think that if they throw that temper tantrum, you know, that they'll get it. But if the parent gives them, you know, if they know that when they get that look, you know, that they got to stop. They got to stop.
Talk to them like adults. Slowly, calmly, we're going to calm down. You take authority and deal with it when you get home, I guess.
Well, I have a 1-year-old and I have a 5-year-old, so my tips would be to just ignore them. And eventually they realize that mom is ignoring me and that she's ignoring me because I'm having this tantrum, and they'll come to reality. I mean, that has worked for my children.
Candy.
Really, I mean, my mom and I, before we would leave the house, she would tell me, like, how to act, how not to act. So I already knew when I was leaving the house, so I didn't have, you know, any issues.
You should be able to take care of business at home before you go out in the public, so they know how to act in public. I don't know, if you're not doing it at home, I mean, doing it in public is not going to help any either.
Do you think it's better to walk away, spank them, give them a timeout?
Spank them for sure, like, yeah, don't walk away.
Like, let them know you're not standing up for it.
I should get this face, like, that you just knew when you got home, you need to stop. You need to stop.
Well, I can tell you from the Bible, it says, spare the rod, spoil the child. So there's some type of physical discipline that needs to take place, but verbal in public, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Any type of public hitting, you know, or any type of abuse of a child is definitely not the correct way to deal with it.
Try to control your anger. Don't do nothing overly aggressive, basically, to me. That's how I have no experience. I have no kids, so I wouldn't know what to do.
If you take care of your children at home, when they get in public, they wouldn't act the way, like, throw out. Like, I think, like, maybe the child is spoiled overall. So if they just to put them at home, they'll act accordingly in public.
I think people are really sensitive, so I don't know what Halle Berry did. I don't know how she handled it, but I feel like she probably did whatever was best in the moment. But yeah, sometimes kids, you gotta grab them, let them know.
Kids are hard to deal with, you know. Different things could trigger them off. They're kids. Kids will be kids.
And that's the Word on the Street.